Welcome to Cat Sarah Yoga Postnatal and this interactive mum and baby yoga class focusing on hips for both mum and baby. Enjoy the class. Finding a comfortable seat on the mat, use a cushion or block to sit on, which will help you sit up taller and straighter. Your baby could sit on your lap or maybe lie on the floor in front of you. Relax into your face and jaw. Relax lips, teeth and tongue. Be aware of the sensation of your breath as it flows in and as it flows out. Notice the breath like a circle repeating over and over again. On your next inhalation, shrug your shoulders right up to your ears. Exhale them down your back. Continue to observe your circle of breath as you inhale, shrug the shoulders up, and exhale, shrug the shoulders down your back. Be aware of the muscles that are working to move the shoulders, and we're going to work on keeping those shoulders drawn down through many of the practices in the class today. Come into seated star pose with your feet together, quite a good distance in front of you. Your baby's head can rest on your feet. Some people don't like the idea of their baby's head resting on their feet, and that's okay. Just have your legs wide with knees bent up and feet planted firmly, or remain in a cross-legged position. Rub your hands together, creating warmth between them. And inhale as you stretch up. Exhale, leaning forward at the hips and stroking your baby down from head to toe. We'll do the same again, and this time as you stroke your baby down from head to toe, tell them that we're going to do some yoga.
We're going to do some yoga now.
Rub hands together again. Inhaling as you stretch up, and this time as you exhale, sing an Om, stroking your baby from head to toe. Repeat 2 more times. So then we're going to squeeze baby's knees gently in towards their tummy as we hinge forward at the hips. Let's do that again. Inhaling, lengthening up. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Squeeze baby's knees in towards their tummy. Maybe round over your baby, give them some kisses. Gently pressing baby's knees in towards their tummy is good for their digestion. It helps to remove gas and keep moving food through. Bring your thumbs to the back of your pelvis, fingertips to your inner hip bones, and begin to circle in a clockwise direction. When you are inhaling, tip your pelvis forward like a bowl of water, spilling out the front. And when you're exhaling, tip the pelvis backwards like a bowl of water, spilling out the back. You'll feel the weight changing in distribution, so you're coming forward on your sit bones and then backwards on your sit bones. Forward into the left sit bone, forward into the right sit bone, backward into the right sit bone, backward into the left sit bone, circling around. You'll feel lots of lovely stretches all around your hips, your lower back, the sacroiliac area. If your back does hurt doing this, then sit up on something higher, like a thicker cushion or a yoga block. Take your baby's shins in your hands and circle their knees in towards their tummies in a clockwise direction. This is the direction of their ascending transverse and descending colon. So this is giving them an internal organ massage, which helps with digestion and relieves gas. We're going to add singing. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
There
wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. Bring your hands back onto your hips, and this time circling in an anti-clockwise direction. Use your hands as a guide to know where the pelvis is going. So tipping backwards on the exhale, forwards on the inhale. And then we'll clasp the hands together and imagine that you're stirring a big pot of porridge. So we don't really want to massage the baby's tummies in this direction. It won't do any harm, but it just won't help them with the digestion to move things along if we go the other way. So we'll use this opportunity to get an arm and shoulder stretch. Let's sing Wheels on the Bus again. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. Now we'll sing The People on the Bus Go Up and Down, and you can squeeze babies' knees gently in towards their tummies and then gently draw them away. As you squeeze the baby's knees in, hinge forward at your hips so you will get a lovely lower back stretch. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down all day long. So now we'll take baby's opposite hand to opposite foot. As we sing the wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. Remember never to force your baby, just let them relax into it, and if they're resisting, then don't do this. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish all day long. Now we'll do the other side. These movements are good for babies' proprioception, so learning where their bodies are in space as they feel one hand touching the foot, and also give them a gentle stretch. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish all day long. Our next movement for the baby will help with their digestion and also give them a gentle hip stretch. We're going to bicycle their knees in towards their belly. And we'll sing a song which is to the tune of Run Rabbit. Join in when you're ready. Run, baby, run, run, run. You and your mummy having lots of fun. Squeeze baby's knees in towards their tummies, and as you draw their legs away, give their legs a gentle shake. This is great for helping to relieve trapped wind. Clap feet together when babies feel their soles connecting. It's great for their mind-body awareness. So we'll sing that again, and feel free to replace the word baby with your baby's own name. Run, baby, run, run. You and your mummy having lots of fun. If you jump So run, baby, run, run, run. Beautiful, well done. Then we're going to hinge forward at our hips and maybe round over your baby. You can scoop them up for a little kiss. You should be feeling this stretch all around your sacroiliac area where the spine meets the pelvis and the outer hips. Enjoy this lovely stretch. Oh, you're doing well. Should we carry on? Oh, should we carry on? Push. So we're going to transition now onto hands and knees. Maybe kneel on something soft to cushion your knees against the mat, and babies can lie down underneath you. Imagine you have a light on your chest, and right now you're shining it straight down at your baby. On your inhalation, shine that light a couple of feet in front of you, turning your tailbone up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your spine towards the ceiling, relax your neck, let your head hang down. Continue with your breath, inhaling, shining the chest through to up cat. And exhale, tuck the tail under, round your spine, push the floor away in down cat. On your next exhalation, after you have rounded your spine into down cat, sink your bottom down to your heels, belly to the thighs in child pose. Continue with your breath, inhaling, rising up to hands and knees, shine your chest through, turn your tailbone up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone round your spine, sink your bottom down. Keep playing with your breath. The rounding movement here when you come into your down cat is going to be very beneficial postnatally. When we carry our babies in our wombs and also in our arms, the weight of the baby tends to pull our pelvis forward. So we naturally tip the pelvis forward and lean back a bit to counterbalance. So that increases the deepening of the curve of the spine and the lower back, shortening those muscles and making them tight. So when we round into the down cat and also rounding in child pose, we give these back muscles a lovely stretch. On your next inhalation, rise up to hands and knees. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Bring your right forearm to your thigh as you ease yourself up into a lunge, reaching the left arm up. Make sure your right knee is not overshooting the ankle, so you might need to ground your hands and just shuffle that front foot forward a little bit if your right knee is overshooting the ankle. Exhale and sweep your left arm down, tickling your baby from head to toe. Inhale, sweep your arm back and up. Continue with your breath. As you inhale your arm back and up, twist away from your front knee, not letting the front knee twist with you. So you'll get a little inner hip opening stretch. Your baby will love these tickles from head to toe. It's good for their brain development. They'll giggle and they'll be predicting the movement. So when they see a repetitive movement, they start to predict what's happening. And you'll see them start to get excited and begin to giggle as your hand moves towards them, predicting the tickle. So let's tickle the other way. So we're inhaling forward and up now. And exhaling back and down. Inhale, tickle up, reach forward and up, and exhale back and down. Don't worry too much about the breath. You might want to be laughing along with your baby, but just make sure that you're not twisting your front knee in. We want to twist away from that front knee, twist the upper body away from the front knee. And then you'll get your nice hip opening stretch. Grounding the left hand down. Roll your right knee out and come to the blade edge of the right foot. Reach your right arm up or keep the right hand on the hip. Imagine that you are posting your hips underneath the gap underneath your right knee. So big hip stretch there and lizard pose twist. Come back to hands and knees. Maybe sink to your elbows for a moment to give your baby a kiss. Then come back up to hands and knees. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Bring your left forearm to your thigh and ease yourself up into the lunge, making sure that left knee stacks directly over the ankle and definitely doesn't overshoot it. When you're ready, taking a deep breath in and exhaling, sweeping your arm forward and down, tickling your baby from head to toe. Changing directions, inhaling as you tickle up your baby, reach up, and exhale back and down. Keep going. Making this the last one, grounding your hands, pushing your left knee out as you roll to the outside edge of the foot. Rotate your left shoulder back, maybe reaching that left arm up or keeping it on the hip. Lovely lizard twist. Really deep hip stretch. Ground your left hand down, come back to hands and knees. Round into round cat, sink down to child pose and rest here. You can scoop your baby in closer. Give them some kisses. And as you do this, relax your lower back, work your bottom towards your heels. We do need our babies in close for the bit that's coming up next, so make sure you scoop them in close to your body. Then suck your tummy in, lift your pelvic floor, and come up to a high kneel. Step your strongest leg forward into a lunge. Curl your back toes under and use your back leg like a launching pad to send you all the way up to standing. We'll bring babies into tiger in the tree hold. So we bring one arm between their legs, the other one just over their shoulder. So their bottom arm hangs down and their bottom leg hangs down. Grab your opposite forearm rather than your hands, because if you grab your opposite forearm, your wrists are more supported. Widen your feet to a little bit wider than hip distance apart. The toes can point gently out to the sides. Inhale into a squat and exhale, rising up to balance mainly on your right leg. Inhale into the squat and exhale onto the left leg. You can keep the opposite toes gently on the floor. Keep drawing your tummy and lifting your pelvic floor to feel strength through the core. Inhale, squat, knees don't overshoot the toes. Exhale, lift. When you squat, your bottom sits backwards and your knees don't go past the toes. Keep baby held close in towards your body. We're going to add a song to this. Join in when you're ready. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, goes the grandfather clock. The clock strikes 1. Now plant your feet wide and parallel, heel behind the widest part of the foot. As you exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Keep your baby in close to your body and bend your knees so your belly rests on your thighs. Once your belly is on your thighs, you can move your baby away from your body towards the floor and gently swing them to the right as you sing 1 again. Draw them back to center, bring them right in towards your chest. Suck your tummy in, lift the pelvic floor, bend your knees as you hinge up at your hips and come back to standing. Let's sing that again, and this time the clock will strike 2. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, goes the grandfather clock. The clock strikes 2. Inhale, and as you exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Remember to bend your knees as much as you need to so belly rests on the thighs. Keep baby in close to your body until belly's on the thighs, then lower them down. Sweep them to the left first and then the right. 2. Bring baby in close to your chest, bend your knees, lift your pelvic floor, suck your tummy in, hinge up at the hips, coming up to standing. Let's do this again. This time the clock strikes 3. Tick, tock, tick, tock, goes the grandfather clock. The clock strikes 3. As you hinge down, remember to bend your knees and sweep baby to the left first of all. 1, 2, Remember, draw your baby right into your body, suck your tummy and lift your pelvic floor as you come up to standing. Well done, that was a strong practice. Turn towards the short edge of your mat, hold your baby in close to your body, step back with whichever leg feels natural and lower yourself down into a lunge. Coming into a kneel, then sit your bottom down onto your heels. Come into a wide-legged seat with baby just sitting in front of you. You might need to use a block or a cushion to sit on if you feel like you are rocking backwards on your sit bones rather than feeling centered on them, so that you can lengthen up and have a flat lower back. Then you can sit up on a cushion or bend your knees, which will allow you to tip the pelvis forward a bit and center the sit bones. You might want to move the flesh of the buttocks out the way so you can really feel those sit bones in contact with the earth. Bring your baby over onto your right leg. Bring your left foot in towards you. Turn your hips towards your right leg. So you're thinking of pointing your inner hip bones in towards your right leg. You can gently tip forward at your hips as you move your baby away from you. And they're a bit like a counterweight to pull you forward into this forward bend towards the right leg a little bit more. Make sure you keep your heart lifted though. Don't round your shoulders. Bend your knee and place your baby on your shin. And if your belly is resting on your thigh, so bend your knee as much as you need to get the belly on the thigh, then you can round your shoulders over, give your baby some kisses. An alternative position here is to keep your baby just to the inside edge of your right leg. Maybe they don't like balancing on your shin, and that's okay. Lengthen up and come back to center. Bring your baby back to the middle as you stretch your left leg out, back to wide angle pose. Again, making sure you're centered on your sit bones. So I'm sitting up on a little cushion here, and you can bend your knees to help lengthen up lower back nice and flat. It's okay to have knees a little bit bent here. Curl your toes towards you, broad through the balls of the feet. Then we'll do our head to knee pose on the other side. So bringing the right foot in. Baby can be either to the inside edge of the left leg or placing them on your left leg a little way away from your body so that they help to draw you forward. The weight of the baby helps to draw you forward. This is a forward fold, but we're not rounding the shoulders. Think of tipping forward at the hips, and you might not go very far while your leg is straight, your left leg is straight. We can bend at the left knee, which will allow the pelvis to tip forward a little bit more. So you'll notice as you bend your left knee, you can tip the pelvis forward more and more each time you bend the knee a bit more. And then when your belly is on the thigh, you can round over your thigh. Make sure belly is supported by the thigh because then your back is supported. The left foot is active, toes curled towards you. Slowly coming back up and bring yourself back to the center. And so we can sit here just observing how we feel, maybe taking a little tip forward at the hips in your wide angle pose. The lower back is flat, the heart is lifted. Just let your baby sit or lie on the mat in the center. My baby likes to stand up. Last few rounds of breath here. Slowly lengthen back up to sitting if you had tipped forward a bit. Bring the soles of your feet together. Keep them quite close in towards your body for an inner thigh stretch in butterfly pose. You might tip forward at the hips here. You can keep the heart lifted or you can round your shoulders. Just let your baby sit in your lap, wherever's comfy. Slowly coming back up to sitting. Come into a mermaid position, holding your baby in one arm as you use the strength of your other arm to lower yourself down to the floor and to your side. Then roll over onto your back, having your knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Baby can rest on your tummy, so if they're quite little, they might like to lie down on your tummy. If they're a bit older, maybe they'll sit up on your tummy. Give your knees a hug in, have a little rock side to side. Ground the right foot down and take the left ankle to the top of the right thigh, flexing the left foot. Roll your left knee away from you. Caution for the left knee, any knee discomfort, or if you have any injuries in the knee, then stay at this level or leave this one out. If you want more challenge, you can draw your right thigh in towards you, flexing the right foot as well, so you're flexing at that ankle. Keep rolling the right knee out and away, so you're having a bit of an opposition happening as the knee rolls out and the ankle is drawn towards you to stretch the outer hip. Swap over legs, so left foot comes down, right ankle to the top of the left thigh, rolling the right knee out, being cautious for your knee. Maybe drawing your left thigh in towards you. Both feet are flexed, so flexing at the ankle, think of pushing energy out through the sole of the foot, away. Nice active feet. Breathing into the buttock. You'll feel this in the right buttock and outer hip area. When you're ready, lower your left foot down and your right foot down to the earth, resting your baby against your thighs or letting them lie on your chest. We're going to sing the seed bija mantra VAM. So we'll sing an ocean of VAMs. We want to pitch the sound quite low so we can feel it reverberating in our pelvic and sacral area where the spine meets the pelvis. Making this the last VAM here. I'm just noticing how you are feeling. The bija mantra sounds are soothing for both you and your baby. And the VAM sound is to help balance the sacral chakra, so the area of energy in the area physically around the hips and the pelvis. So really relax your hips and just send a little bit of extra breath down to the hips, the lower back, softening with every exhalation. And you can stay here just resting and breathing for as long as you wish. When you're ready to come up, gather your baby into one arm and use the strength of the other arm to come up to sitting. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.